We're going to turn back to Iran. What is happening inside of Iran? Because of a continued internet blackout, it's hard to confirm any of the reports that we're currently seeing. Human rights groups claim that since Saturday, more than 1,100 civilians have been killed, with residents of Tehran fleeing to the countryside or hunkering down at home, terrified by constant Israeli and American bombardment targeting the Islamic regime. Now, amid the chaos, Iran's top clerics are scrambling to choose a successor to Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who was assassinated in these strikes. But Israel has warned that any new leader would be an unequivocal target for elimination. And joining us now from London is Vahid Beheshti. He's a political activist and the founder of Iran Front. So, obviously it's been very, very hard to access Iranians on the ground because of this blackout. From what you know, from those you've spoken to, what is the impact of these strikes on ordinary Iranians, especially those in Tehran who are sheltering at home or attempting to flee the city?
Thank you for having me. And first, I would like to honor my tens of thousands fellow compatriots who sacrificed their lives in fighting with this regime, not only for themselves, for all of us. And they really wanted to see these days. So you ask about what Iranian people, ordinary people going through. We just need, in this even internet blackout, if you look at these numerous videos which has been published on social media, if you look at them, you see how happy these people are. If you are talking about normal, ordinary Iranian people, they are super happy. They are really appreciate that. They are really grateful. Look at their appreciation messages to Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and President Donald Trump. Their message coming and they thank these two great leaders for making a right choice at the right time. Iranian people, of course, they are under the bombardment of these air forces of Americans and Israelis, but they were waiting for this moment for years. These are the people who their loved one have been killed just 10 weeks ago. About 100,000 of their loved one have been slaughtered by this brutal, barbaric regime. So they've been asking for this.
Vahid, we're just running short on time, so I want to ask you one more question. There have been these reports right now that the U.S. is considering backing and arming Kurdish militias based in the semi-autonomous region of Kurdistan between Iraq and Iran, and that there have already been Iranian militias who have been crossing into Iran from Iraq to essentially take down the Islamic regime and fight them and battle them on the ground. How is that being perceived by the Iranian diaspora? Obviously, there's been a lot of confusion as to what the true motives are of the United States and Israel in these attacks, whether or not ultimately the main goal here is regime change.
There is no confusion in Iranian diaspora. They really welcome this decision. And this was the plan from the beginning, not only our beautiful, brave Kurdish ethnic, the other beautiful, brave ethnic like Baluchis, like Arabs, and other organizations, which I don't want to name them now because we will see. So they are start entering to the country, which they started from last night, and they are going to liberate the cities one by one. And as they liberate each city, more forces, more people will join them, because this is the only way to overthrow this regime. You cannot overthrow this regime only by airstrike. That is not possible. We need people on the ground, and we're going to do this ourselves. From the day one, we said we don't need boots on the ground. We Iranians are going to be the boots on the ground. And this was the plan. This plan was made and worked on for years now. So I don't think any confusion in this matter we're having. We all welcome it. And there is one very important issue which I am going to end with this. There is a narrative of separatists or this ethnic group or the other group. They want to separate themselves from Iran. No, that's absolutely wrong. And that's the narrative of the regime. These beautiful ethnic, brave ethnic. They see themselves first Iranian. I am in contact with their leaders every day. First, they see themselves Iranian, then Kurds, Iranian, then Baluch, Iranian, then Arabs, Iranian, then Azeris. Their leaders are in communication with each other, and this group which has been created between their leaders are in contact with the American administrations, which they are going to sit around one table after overthrowing this regime and decide how we are going hands together, run this country and establish a new secular democratic system based on human rights and grounded in law, not around an individual or around another ideology or through vague promises. The great plan which makes sure the transition occurs within a legal frame that each and all these diversities within Iran play a decisive role from the day one.